Okay, hi there. Welcome to today's podcast. This is the voice of your humble initiator, Joseph Wonder. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. I would like to apologize. Right, I promised a series on I think success and leadership and also wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. Now I promised that, and then I'll keep to my promise. I'll be a man of my word. Just want to apologize for the little delay in that. Okay, having said that, going on to today's business, today I'll be speaking on the law of flexibility. The law of flexibility, you see a kind of ballet dancer, so flexible, the way the body postures are, the way the body is positioned and the posture she takes or he or she takes now, so much flexibility, and then you're wild and then you try to imitate that ballet dancer and you meet yourself on the floor. Okay, so the law of flexibility. I have this popular quote that says there are two sides of a coin. I usually say there are two sides of a coin, right? And then I feel it will be unjust to focus on just a side and not the other side, because what makes up the coin are both sides, right? So flexibility has to do with being considerate on not just on one side but on both sides. Flexibility, your wrist can bend on multiple sides. Okay, two sides now, same as the elbow, okay, but the shoulder can go on a rotating side. Okay, so flexibility just means you're not constrained to one side. Some of us are constrained to a way of cooking, a way of doing things that when it looks as if we don't have that kind of atmosphere or environment or resources, you can't do that thing. Some can cook without some certain ingredients, some can cook without some certain cooking utensils and all, Some can sleep in some certain environment, and they are not just flexible. And how will this help? Because a time will come where out that we will need to make decisions, right? People will seek from us our judgment, and then if we are not flexible enough, we would be, we would just pick a wrong thing, or just at the end of the day we'll have ourselves to blame. And then flexibility has to do with our conscience. You make decisions based on your conscience. Your conscience tells you this is good, this is not good, okay? And then let me tell you to us, our conscience was nurtured, okay? So the things we think are good now may not actually be good, but we were brought up to say it is good. Just a quick example, talking about a kiss now, okay? Kissing. In the African system, they tell you kissing is bad. So if they were to judge two people that were kissing, say two teenagers, they would judge them that they were wrong and they were very bad, right? And then while in the Western system, kissing it's just an affection of, it's a showcase of love, right? So if they saw two, say, teenagers kissing now again, they say, oh, these guys are in love with each other. Now the same thing is happening, but different judgment. And what brought about the judgment is the conscience. What brought about the conscience is the belief system. Okay? And so in the European system, if people kiss, on the cheeks, and then it's a sign of greeting to them. So you see that it's not actually what is done in context, but the thinking, the belief system that categorizes it. So Flexibility just talk about how that don't make decisions or judgments based on your belief system, because you can actually be wrong, all right? Because the belief system was nurtured into you, and that does not mean it is right. It just means you believe in it to make it right, all right? And then, having said that, going to our reflection for today, it says nothing is either good or bad. Thinking make it so. Nothing is either good or bad. Thinking, that is your belief system, makes it so. So killing is not good or bad. It's neither good or bad. Oh, no, I'm supposed to use either there, not neither. I beg your pardon. Killing is either good or bad. It's thinking that makes it so. Alright? A soldier kills, a terrorist kills. But you tell this soldier he has done good, you tell the terrorist he has done bad. They did the same thing, but thinking makes it so, right? Okay. So having said that, I went ahead to the reflection, just a scripture, okay? John chapter 8 and verse 4 to 6. Just give us a brief summary of it. This was when they brought the woman that was taken in the act of adultery to Jesus, and they placed two options before Jesus to pick from, right? And then this is to tell you flexibility does not have to do with just two sides. Now I said there are two sides of a coin. There are other times maybe you may be throwing a dice and there are six sides of a dice, okay? All right. And then so they told Jesus Christ, are we to stone this woman according to the law of Moses, or what, or should we leave her? And then they were tempting him, but Jesus Christ, by wisdom, not having subscribed to any humanly belief system or a bias kind of judgment, says anyone that is without sin among you, let him be the first to throw stone, right? So it's like he's saying we are not leaving her, we are judging her. But who coming in brought in a higher dimension of thinking. Okay, so that'll be all for today on the law of flexibility. You know the rule. You sit tight even as we continue this journey of great flight to help your life attain maximum height. I'll see you tomorrow, and until then, you keep shining.